I believe it is better if the role plays that 3 plus 1 timer is switch on the video and all others has to close the video. Please. Who is helping me as timer? Vinod?
Aneka.
Anaka is you. See, everybody, please pin Anaka.
Do I have to do green when it's 3 minutes? Or clap, just clap as
You have to start clapping and everybody can clap or make noise to stop this.
Vinod, can you give me a permission to share the screen?
Okay.
So are you ready?
Yes, I've got the timer.
See, the procedure is like that for everybody's this knowledge. That team I'll declare and then I'll call the first team A opening will be coming to speak. Then team B will speak against the motion and team B will rebuttal team A's arguments. Then team A will rebuttal the team B's arguments. Then the closing session. First, team B will come to close this and then team A will close it. I'm not going to call any adjectives or anything about the speaker. Only I will mention only Toastmaster. Okay. Then can we start?
Toastmaster Rajesh,
yeah.
I would recommend you to kindly note who will be the first speaker, rebuttal, and the final.
That I'll note. The timer will check the first speaker when opening and rebuttal is 3 minutes, and the closing will be 2 minutes. Okay. At the end of the time, we will disturb. Now we cannot. I don't think we can clap and disturb you, but I will tell you. Okay, please stop it. When I see, or even timer can tell. Please stop. Okay, you tell. Please stop.
No, Toastmaster Rajesh. I am reminding you the speakers. Did you get the list?
The speakers. Team A, Anupama will be opening, and Shanmuga will be the Toastmaster. Shanmuga will be the rebuttal, and Toastmaster Biju will be closing. And Team B, Toastmaster Jijo is going to open this, and Toastmaster Arvindakshan for rebuttal, and Toastmaster Sonali closing. Am I right? Okay. Now let me call the first speaker. The motion is okay. We gave is remote working is better than office working. Remote working is better than office working. Toastmaster Vinod Aravindakshan, that is the one which you gave them, right?
Yeah, correct.
Let me invite the first speaker, Team A, to open their arguments. Team A is speaking, favoring this, and Team B is going to oppose this. Toastmaster Anupama.
Good morning, everyone. We have chosen for the notion remote working is better than office working. Why not? When you can save a lot of travel time. Travel time becomes absolutely nil. You sit at home and work. Now, because of traveling, the study says, the US Garup study says that 22% of people travel and they spend about 300 hours in a year. So that becomes such a waste of time when the same thing can be done sitting at home. And by not traveling, you save your expenses on petrol, and that keeps the environment clean, and you don't have to spend unnecessary tension um, in the traffic. So because of traveling, all these things are absolutely saved. Then your mental life, you're mentally at peace. So when you're mentally at peace, you are able to concentrate on work, and that gives to more productivity. The second point is the organization need not hire the premises. By not hiring the premises, the profit is increased. So as the cost reduces, the profit increases. So if the profit of an organization increases, it's always shared by it is always shared with the employees. So that makes the employees even more happy, and their productivity increases, and they get motivated to give their best, and their efficiency is also enhanced. And one more, the most important things of working at home is you are at your comfort zone. You are at your place with your people, and you can spend quality time with your family. Now, the study shows that when you are at home, you spend quality time with your family, doing the chores together, exercising with the whole family, and spending leisure time with the family, which otherwise would have been spent traveling, getting tired, fatigue, and totally worthless time. And you can juggle with multiple careers. You can do your household chores in between, as well as concentrate on your work. You can plan out, space out accordingly, and spend your time. The most important thing is the great organization like Google, IBM have also accepted,
Time is up.
Yeah.
has also allowed the people to work from home. Thank you. You can show the color change.
They said not to show. They said I have to clap.
Okay, thank you.
To open the B teams, I would like to invite Toastmaster Jijo. Toastmaster Jijo.
Good morning, Toastmaster. Remote working is not better than office working. The main advantages, which I can tell very clearly, that the time management. When you are in an office, you will have time for everything, and they have a fixed time for lunch break, and the fixed time for the tea break, and you have a proper timing for even the meetings as well. And behavior and interpersonal skills, which will improve if you're working in an office environment. This is the opportunity for to learn about the relationship with the colleague and the ways in which we can maintain, and your communication and interpersonal skills that are boosted as well. These aspects are crucial not just for the environment you work, but it's also for yourself. Then it's become more experience. When you're working for a company and you're working for a regular basis, you look much learn, experience, and a diplomatic person, and you will become more creative. In an office environment, you will always have the chance to explore different fields, work on a whole variety of projects, and learn a bit about the research too. Then boost your understanding towards the company. An office environment always beneficial for those people who are keen to learning about the company. If you are planning to work for a very long period of time, then the office job would be much better opportunity place for you. And easy is to speak to seniors and employees. When you are working in an office, it is obviously much easier to meet employees and colleagues, and you can get information easily and help you to understand business in a better way. When you're working in a company and you do a certain kind of transactions, there you need a management guidance, the techniques which you need to use effectively. So this will help you. The right networking. When you work in an office, you have the opportunity to know everyone around you, and you also get meet more people. So the networking place is beneficial. Get your own cubicle. When you're working in a company, you have your own working space where you are keeping your discipline, and you have your own privacy. So the major aspects which will highlight that the productivity will increase and there is a system will follow as an employee. Thank you.
Now it's time for the rebuttal. We are in a little bit fast pace because we don't have much time. I would like to invite Team B's rebuttaler, Toastmaster Arvind Dakshin.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and good morning, my worthy opponents. Toastmaster Anupama present a topic supporting working remotely. And first of all, I want to say that the speaker did not understand the topic very well. The topic is remote working is better than office working. Remote working does not necessarily mean working from home. So highlighting the importance of working from home is not the only base of this topic. Second thing was my birthday opponent talked about the travel time. We talk about travel, that is most interesting aspect of our life. Without travel, there is nothing interesting in life. So she referred a study in somewhere in the US, remote part of the world, 22% of the people find happiness sitting at home. What about balance 78%? Just think about majority. So, and travel, she also talked about saving petrol cost. We have to understand that we live in a petroleum-based economy, the Middle East economy. We earn our bread from here. So we have to promote the business of petrol. By sitting at home, we only promote the selling of cooking oil. No other oil is spent there. So we have to promote petrol also. That is, so we have to stimulate the economy. So we cannot think that narrow-minded way. Then talked about peace. What peace? Ship is very safe and peaceful at the harbor. It has to move on. Like that, human being has to move on every time from home to office all the time. And also, we have to understand this. The COVID situation, most people are working remotely just because as a disaster management policy. It is not a replacement of the original, just a ad hoc or ventilator system. That we have to understand. Then talked about profit increased by the companies. That way, the employees will get benefit. Here we forget the fundamental truth about 21st century is that idea is the currency of the world. Idea is money. How idea is generated? By teamwork, collaboration, by better healthy coordination, discussion. By sitting alone in the home, how the idea, teamwork is possible. So with the ideas only we can increase the profit and stimulate the world economy and bring happiness in the people, among the people. Then talked about comfort zone. What comfort zone? In Toastmasters, we talk about come out of the comfort zone. So here our worthy opponents promoting sitting in the comfort zone. So comfort zone is always lazy and it will lead to monotonous and mediocrity. So then talked about efficiency. No efficiency is guaranteed here. And we have to understand that. I think my time is over.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Toastmasters, now I would like to welcome Team A's rebuttaler, Toastmaster Shanmuga.
Dear moderator, fellow friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I and my team firmly believe and strongly stand for the motion remote working is better than office working. The opposite opening speaker, Jijo, unfortunately spoke for 3 minutes, but not even a single evidence research data he could present before an audience. That itself nullifies his entire argument to zero. However, I would like to put forward some thoughts for your thinking pattern. First point he mentioned was lunch break, tea break, not about work. He is worried about his breaks, not productive work. So that gets cancelled. Second, he said, we could not able to communicate with the seniors. Why not? We are communicating through Zoom just now, right here. Communication is easy when you pick up a call or connect with WebEx or Zoom. So you can communicate anytime, anywhere. Whenever you get a thought, immediately you can connect with your boss or colleague. Then he said, creativity is gone. How come he say that? When you are at home, you are in peace, you are in the highest form of pleasure, automatically the creativity comes out. When you are alone, then there is a place, then the creativity pops up. When you are with chores, a lot of noises, the phone is ringing, your colleagues are gossiping, where do you get the creativity? Is it possible? Think seriously about it. Then he said, you will get your own cubicle. I am talking about your own home. Which is better? Just put and weigh about it. Home or little cubicle with in front of the screen. Just you stare at the screen all the time. Here you have multiple flexible activities. You can spend time with your wife and children. If you are feeling pressure, why not? All be put together. Unfortunately, the opponent speaker could not able to give not even a single research data to support his argument. Time management, relationship, creativity, all will be far, far better when you are at your comfort zone in home. Ladies and gentlemen, I and my team firmly believe, I and my team humbly request this august audience to promote and vote for the motion, remote working is better than the office one. Over to the moderator.
Toastmasters, it's time for closing. I would like to welcome to Team B's Toastmaster Sonali.
Why is remote working better than office working? My team members have explained it clearly, leaving no doubt, no room for any doubt. As Toastmaster Jijo explained and emphasized the reasons of time management, where you can discipline yourself, behavior and interpersonal skills, where you can take advantage of the relationships which you build. You have the scope for research and contribution to the company. In such a situation, you have the advantage of face-to-face, which is possible for the right networking to understand business and to contribute in a much better way. You have your own privacy in your cubicle to focus, and that can make you work much more for the success of the company. The same way as Toastmaster Arvindakshan pointed out and rebutted rightly, the ambiguity was highlighted more by the worthy opponent. The travel time, definitely, it's not that important as the success of the company. The balance of the 78% of study, what she said, that is irrelevant. And definitely you have to promote the petrol, not the petrol cost, I mean, not the cooking oil, but the petrol cost, which is much more important. And as with respect to peace, definitely you have to put more emphasis on the disaster management policy, which is necessitating the remote working right now. And most important is the idea generation. No way can the remote working be the main, what you say, the comfort zone for the remote working. So the comfort zone idea is totally negated here. You have to give emphasis and importance to creativity. With that, I emphasize a stand that office work is definitely the thing and much better than remote working. Thank you.
Now, It's time for team A for closing. Toastmaster Biju.
Good morning, everyone. What a wonderful way our opening speaker has put forward our arguments for the motion. Remote working is better than office working. So many positives. Absolutely nil time in traffic. She brought out the statistics that 22% spend almost 300 hours a year wasting time on roads, spending time on fuel, expenses, petrol, and look what positive impact remote working has on the environment. She's pointed out beautifully how it increases mental health, improves life. The employees are motivated to perform better. They can spend quality time with their families and friends, lesser fatigue. So many positives. There is the advantage of less wastage of money on office premises rented. What more do you want? Then our rebuttal speaker, he beautifully crushed the arguments put forward by our opponent. No single research data presented. They are worried only about the tea or coffee served in the office and not about productivity. The communication nowadays is so easy with Zoom and WebEx facilities. Which is better, working peacefully at home or in office cubicle with tensions with your bosses on your head? That was well put out. In conclusion, our arguments can be concluded like this. Let's visualize two scenarios. Which one is realistic and more better? Our opposition traveling in a car peacefully at stress, you mean? Lowering the windows and arguing with another driver who is cutting through, or people like us working remotely at peace, making notes 15 minutes before the meeting, sipping a cup of coffee? The scene is very clear. Working remotely is at any time better than office working. We rest our case.
DTM Hashim Halim.
Yes,
Hello.
Rajesh.
Yes, sir. There is only 2 minutes to conclude. I guess we will do it after the
We
meeting.
can do the later.
The
Let's
feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least 1 minute you can talk. How you feel for this session?
I think it was a wonderful session. I loved the fact that everyone was ready with material and we came and we had a really good debate right at the beginning. I think this is a good mixture with our early table topic session. So one time we can have table topics, one time debate. I think it's fantastic. We also have many guests who have joined in, right? Let's since we have just a minute left, I think we'll leave the evaluation part till probably after the meeting or somewhere. Let's test all the role players. So who have we got today? Toastmaster Sharda, you there? Yep, let's test your mic. You mic'd up.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Toastmaster Sharda, loud and clear. Toastmaster Shabin.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Toastmaster Shabin, loud and clear. Toastmaster Anil.
Good morning.
Good morning, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Baji, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
All right, loud and clear. We can see you as well. Toastmaster Vinod.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, we already heard Toastmaster Anaga, so she's fine. Toastmaster Radhika, are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Perfect, we can hear you clearly. All good. Toastmaster Sonali, DTM Shanmugan, DTM Aravind, we already heard. Toastmaster Gladys, are you there? Can we hear you? Is your mic working?